So I'm going to be prepping some found cartoons today. I hope the mic is working. I'm not using my usual fancy wireless mic. I'm just using my Bluetooth headset because it's what I have at the studio. And yeah, and also I don't know how long I'll be able to do this. This is kind of dependent on noise around me, but it's pretty quiet right now. And also I'm running on mobile, but I do have my phone plugged in, so hopefully it'll be fine. So what I'm doing, found cartoons, and the way I start those are I do watercolor shapes on paper here. Let me grab a finished example of a found cartoon. So here's a bigger one, pardon the glare, but so I'll start with like a watercolor shape, and then I figure out what I can make it into. This is obviously a bigger frame piece. That's not what I'm going to be doing here today, but I'm doing my, preparing for my 5x7 pieces that I've been selling at art festivals. So what I'm using for my paper is a B Paper Company watercolor paper. I like B paper a lot. It's good stuff. Getting these packs of 6x9 paper has been a bit of a challenge lately, but I've had to get them online. I used to be able to get them locally, but because of distributor issues and whatnot, I end up just having to buy a bunch through like Blick and whatnot. But this is good paper. It's, like I said, pre-cut 6x9, so I'm actually not going to cut this anymore. I'm going to use it as is at 6x9, and then I'll put the and then I'll just, slap the mat on top of it, and this gives me some wiggle room as far as how I mat it. But when it comes to watercolor paper, here's a main thing you want to look for. You want to look for 100% cotton is great. Your more economy watercolor papers probably won't have that, or it'll be a less amount, but I mean, whatever you have is good. Work with what you got. Also, acid-free. It shows like 4x6, 5x7, even 3.5x5 in some cases. And this season, I decided I'm only doing 5x7, so that's part of my simplification plan, and that has definitely helped because I'm not, using different sizes of paper, different sizes of mats. It's all one thing. It's all standardized. I'm going to cut this open here, and we're going to get cracking. Where is my X-Acto knife? That'll work. So, like I said, hopefully the mic for my Bluetooth headset is working here. I don't have my nice fancy wireless mic. I didn't plan on streaming when I was heading for the studio, and so this was an impromptu thing, but I'm just working with what I got. And so here you go. This is a whole bunch of sheets, and basically what I'm going to do is just go through essentially this whole stack, or at least half of it. We'll start with half and see how I feel. And just put shapes, watercolor shapes, on all these, and I'll set them dry, and then later on I draw on them. So we'll just start cranking them out. Table because of weak network connection. That's what I was afraid of, because I don't have Wi-Fi at the studio. So I'm just relying on mobile data. So this may or may not go too long, but we'll see what we can do. For paint, yeah, you know what? I'm going to use, start off with some of these beam paints. These are really good paints. I like them a lot. They are, I can't remember where they're made, but they're indigenous family business, and they're really good watercolors. I like them a lot. So what I'm going to do here is just, the way I do these is I'll kind of do, several of the same color at the same time, and then switch colors. So let's see. Let's go for some greens. Everyone likes green. Getting some nice weather here in Michigan. I hope it's nice wherever you are. Didn't really have much of a spring this month. It was very cold and rainy and wet for a while. So I'm just getting some paint here on this butcher tray. These are really good too, by the way. I like these a lot. They're great for watercolor. They clean up super easy. You can leave stuff on it and let it dry. Apologies for the glare. And come back to it later. So I'm just going to start by making some shapes. And as far as brush I'm using a Princeton Neptune watercolor brush. This is a size 16. I'm a big fan. So like I said, I'm just making some shapes, not thinking too much about it. What I also do is with some of these, I will also, just, come on. Throw in some splashes of other color, just for the heck of it. And that's it. I just let that dry, and then, later on, so I would just do something like this, just kind of figure out more like this or whatever, and then I start drawing on it. But this is just going to set aside and dry. And that's it. I just keep going here. Normally I'd be listening to music or a podcast, but I don't think my phone could handle doing both at the same time right now, so we're just gonna make do. Now I sold at East Lansing Art Festival a couple weekends ago. I sold 18 of these, so I should ideally try to probably make at least that many more, which if I get through this whole stack, this is 25, that would replace all those. So because in that way, what I don't want to do is end up, I'll do one more green one. I don't want to end up with without enough stock. One more green one. Let's do something like that. Let's get some more. There we go. Just kind of let that dry. Something I could also do too, as well as this is wet, is kind of do There we go. Just tap it while it's wet so it gets to be a little, you know, runny. Okay, that's enough for green. Oh, here, I know what I can do. Oops, that's not what I want. Media. So here's a finished found cartoon I did. It's just a green shape, and then I made it into those two little dinosaur looking dudes. This one actually sold a couple weekends ago. So there you go. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's do some red. This is strawberry is the color that Beam calls this. Might do this one, maybe, oops, because I finally got a green thumb. Yeah, I'm still getting over a cold and a cough here, so I apologize for that. Also apologize that the mic may not sound as good as it usually does because I'm using my Bluetooth headset, but at least it's better than nothing. Okay. This is one of those situations where, like, well, I gotta do this anyway, so might as well live stream it, because why not? I'm here anyway, and it's quiet. There were other people around. I probably really couldn't do this. I mean, I could have it muted, but then you wouldn't get to hear me explain stuff and talk to you. So. And this is one of those things where, like when I did a live stream where I had to sign a number 50 prints. I did it on stream because I had to do it, and I might as well live stream while I'm doing it. Okay. Let's see here. Just deciding what paints to use. here's another tin of mine. This is just all kinds of watercolors, different brands. I have a cheat sheet somewhere, but I don't know where it is at the moment, so I'm just gonna kind of go for it. I think this is a color. Yeah, I'm just worried this may not show up. There we go. This is a color from someone. This was either from someone's Etsy shop or on Patreon. They had like a monthly. Okay, my phone's overheating, so I had to turn off the chat thing, which sucks because now I can't. Hang on. Well, I could still see chat, just other people wouldn't. So we'll see. This may not this may not last much longer if I'm overheating. My phone's overheating. Yeah, because that's the problem. Like I said, using mobile versus Wi-Fi at home. So kind of a mix of whatever there. It's a never-ending adventure, learning what I can and can't do live streaming. Obviously, at home with Wi-Fi is ideal conditions. Here at the studio on mobile is not ideal. I'm also in like a super old building that was built before like Wi-Fi and stuff, so I'm sure it's definitely hindering some of the signal because it's just an old building. So I guess I'll do a few more, then I might just have to call it good because I don't want to. Ooh. All right. Well, let's try it. Let's see what happens. If I add a little something else to that. Yeah, see, I'm breaking the rules here. I'm going from dark to light. You should be doing light to dark. So, let's see here. There we go. So a lot of these in here, these are some, there's some Daniel Smith paints, and they have really cool kind of like granulating textures and that sort of thing. Let's see here. Oh, this is another green, so I guess I should maybe pick a different example, but one more green is fine. a dull green, but let's see what we can add to that to jazz that up a bit. There we go. Not so much for these, but other pieces. I will sometimes go back and add to the paint a bit to the color just to make it stand out a little more. It depends on the piece. All right, let's see here. These Daniel Smith ones have some really cool, like I said, they can kind of almost already see it starting to. So this is a Daniel Smith paint. This is Moon Glow, which is a favorite. Let's shake things up here. Where are my Posca pens? Just some solid shapes with the Posca pens here. See how this goes. Sorry. See, the trick is I don't want too dark of a color that the ink won't show up on or be hard to. Oh, here we go. Now, it may seem like a waste using watercolor paper with Posca markers, but whatever. I don't care. Let's try something else here. All right, so that's me just kind of mixing putting some of the paint on the, I don't think my phone is enjoying this, so I will see you again soon. Bye.